Hey there, and welcome. Let's talk about energy. But I mean real energy. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the system that actually runs your body's energy levels. And spoiler alert, it has absolutely nothing to do with trying harder or chugging another coffee. Nope, it's all about your body's own built-in biological clock. Okay, let me ask you a quick question, and be honest. Do you ever feel completely wiped out in the morning even though you got a full night's sleep? You did everything right, but you wake up feeling like you could just roll over and go back to bed for another 5 hours. What is up with that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into. We're going to find that answer. First, we'll uncover the real secret of your energy. Then we'll look at a huge mistake people make, using a guy named Seth Karodimal as our example. After that, we'll see the solution with Master Dinanath's system. And of course, we'll get into the science of the body's clock and wrap it all up with a super simple formula for an energetic life. Let's do it. All right, so let's get right into it. I want you to meet our first character, Seth Karodimal. Now, Seth, he's probably a lot like people you know, maybe even a little like you. He's all about that hustle, right? Discipline, pushing through, working hard. But there's one massive piece of the puzzle that he is totally missing, and that's a system. And here it is, his biggest mistake. For all his talk about discipline, he eats his dinner super late at night. This is when his chatragni, which is just a fantastic term for your digestive fire, is at its absolute weakest. Think about it. He's trying to cook a huge meal when his oven is barely even on. It's just a tiny ember. Yeah, we're talking 11 p.m. I mean, at that point, your body should be powering down, getting into rest and repair mode. But instead, Seth is handing it the single hardest job it has to do all day. It's like telling a construction crew to show up at midnight and start pouring the foundation for a skyscraper. It just makes no sense. And you can probably guess what happens next, right? The consequences are, well, they're not pretty. That food just doesn't digest properly. It literally just sits there in his stomach all night, rotting. And that process, it creates toxins, it drains every ounce of energy that should be going to recharging his body. That's where that morning fatigue comes from. See? It isn't about not enough sleep, it's about a total waste of energy. So if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, let's meet our second character, Master Dinanath. He's the complete opposite. He's our model for how to do this right. He gets that real, lasting energy doesn't come from just forcing it. It comes from having an intelligent system that actually works with nature, not against it. Okay, now this table really lays it all out. Let's just break it down. Look at the difference here. Dinner time, Seth is eating at 11 p.m. Master Dinanath, he's done by sunset. The main heavy meal, Seth saves it for the night. Master Dinanath has his right in the middle of the day from 12 to 2. And in the evening, Seth is still eating heavy solid food while Master Dinanath sticks to light liquid stuff. And the result? I mean, it couldn't be clearer. Toxins and fatigue on one side, energy and vitality on the other. It's a total game changer. And look, this isn't just some kind of, ancient mystical idea. This is real. It's actually rooted in hard biology. So let's get into the science behind the clock and see why Master Dinanath's system is so incredibly effective. And that science has a name. It's called your circadian rhythm. You've probably heard of it. It's basically your body's natural internal 24-hour clock. This thing is the master conductor of your body. It controls when you feel sleepy, when you wake up, when hormones are released, and, crucially for this conversation, how strong your digestion is at any given time of day. And this timeline right here, this shows you exactly how it works. Think of that digestive fire, your chatragni, over a whole day. In the morning, it's just starting to crackle, it's rising. But then, between 12 and 2 p.m., it's a raging bonfire. That is the peak. That's when your body is practically begging for its biggest meal. But then, as the sun goes down, that fire starts to die down. It gets weaker and weaker until you get to 11 p.m. And by then, it's barely a flicker. So here's the bottom line. When you fight against that rhythm, when you eat a big meal late at night, you're basically putting your body into emergency mode. All that precious energy that's supposed to be spent on repairing your cells, cleaning up your brain, and just recharging you while you sleep, it gets hijacked. It's all diverted to this one massive, unexpected task of digestion. You're literally fighting a war against your own biology every single night. And is it any wonder you wake up exhausted? Okay, so now that we get the what and the why, how do we actually fix it? This is where we pivot from just understanding the problem to actually building the solution. It's time to build your system. And this quote, this one really sums it all up, doesn't it? If you want the energy of an 18-year-old at the age of 58, stop trying and start building your system according to the sun. It's so good. It's not about forcing it or trying harder. It's about building a smart system that just creates energy for you automatically because you're in sync with nature. And here's what that system looks like. It's so simple, it's almost funny. Just 2 steps. Step 1, eat your biggest, heaviest meal in the middle of the day, sometime between noon and 2 p.m., when that digestive fire is roaring. Step 2, after the sun goes down, just take it easy. Give your digestion a rest. Stick to light, liquid stuff. That's it. So when it all boils down, you're left with a choice. It's pretty clear. Are you going to keep being a Seth Karodimal? Just trying to push through on discipline alone, wondering why you're always tired? Or are you going to be a Master Dinanath? Are you going to build that intelligent system that gives you effortless, amazing energy for life? Really, the choice is up to you.